Always remember, I'm not advocating for the test. I'm advocating for the principle around understanding exactly what's going on with your hair loss. And if you feel that you are predestined to a genetic, then I think this is a good first step for you. Hi, it's great to be with you today. We have a great short episode today, so stay tuned in. It'll give you lots and lots of information on restoring the root cause of your hair loss and also your confidence. How do we dive into all of this with the complexity of hair loss? We first want to consider our DNA. Let's talk about our DNA and a new revolutionary test that is called the TrichoTest. So TrichoTest is actually a hair loss test to help us determine if our genes and our DNA are really affecting our hair loss. And if it is, how is it affecting? Right? What's going on? Certainly, we all talk about, is it from our mother's side or our father's side? You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you really need to determine, are you 50% likely to see hair loss because your mom or your dad had it? Or are you closer to 75% or 100%? So what's amazing is that this particular DNA TrichoTest is able to determine, through looking at 6 different variants across 16 different areas of our genetic predisposition, to determine exactly what is going on with our genes and how is it affecting, 1, our hair, how is it affecting, 2, the growth of our hair, 3, is it affecting the miniaturization of our hair? And then certainly 4, it tells us what we need to do about it. So the benefits behind this test are multifaceted. It gives us the details on the increase of genetic variation, meaning, is this complex or is it minor? So then we move on to, from there, what do we need to do about it? So the testing is amazing to where it adds in an opportunity component speaking all about supplementation and where the body's lacking in supplementation. And then from there, where would the body truly benefit? So I'll use an example that I'm sure most of you are familiar with. Let's talk about Minoxidil, right? So Minoxidil has been used over the counter for years, right? Oh my gosh, Rogaine has been around for 20 plus years. We use it in differing strengths for differing females, for men. And then in the last few years, we moved to oral Minoxidil, which really we didn't move to it. We just went away from it and then came back. You know, the old is new, as they say. So what happens is that we want to determine, is Minoxidil going to be an effective treatment for us? And should we utilize it on our scalp, or should we utilize it only through an oral type of a medication? That's the best part. This particular TrichoTest will actually identify, is it best for the minoxidil to be taken orally, or is it best to be compounded and used with other synthetics or natural ingredients on the top of the scalp so that it can penetrate there into the follicle base? I don't know where we can hit more shots on goal than with a test similar to this. So it's really important that if you think that your hair loss is due to any form of genetics, jump on our website, HPIHairPartners.com. Scroll over on the navigation bar to where you see services. Your second option is going to be hair tests. At the top of the page, you'll actually see all the information about the DNA TrichoTest. You'll also be able to reach out to us. We can send these to you any place in the U.S. There's also many other tests that are similar, not exactly the same. And that's the reason that we have chosen to use this test. And again, always remember, I'm not advocating for the test. I'm advocating for the principle around understanding exactly what's going on with your hair loss. And if you feel that you are predestined to a genetic cause, then I think this is a good first step for you. So as always, thanks so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Take a look, do some more research about the DNA TrichoTest, and let us know how we can help. Always, thank you so much, and make it a great hair day. Hi, you're in for a surprise to hear and learn more about our DNA TrichoTest. Hair loss testing is complicated. Hair loss is complex. What do you do? Where do you turn? And how can you learn more in-depth information about what is truly going on? So glad you've asked. HPIHair Partners actually is able to perform DNA tricho testing. We're able to perform this on clients after an initial consultation. We're able to send this to your home so that you're able to actually perform this nice little swab technique at home. And it is very simple, very easy. You receive all of the information in the kit. After that we have had an initial consultation with you, we will help you determine if this is the best hair loss test for you. And if so, we'll be able to move you forward in that process. But remember, because the hair loss is so complex, we need to understand what's going on at the root of the problem. The DNA tricho testing is going to help us understand different variants within your genetic predisposition. It will also give us an opportunity to hit many more shots on goal if we're going to be recommending supplementation, oral medications, or also topical compound medications. And if your hair loss is serious, and if you're at any degree moving forward of a telogen effluvium, an aggressive shed, into just chronic shedding that is just continuing to get worse, then I think you should consider the DNA tricho test. I think it will really help you get to the next level.